the first city-run safe injection sites for drug addicts in the United States. Joining me now, New York Congresswoman Nicole Malliotakis. So, Congresswoman, there is a drug problem in New York City and across the country. So, Mayor Bill de Blasio's solution is don't do drugs outside, do them inside where it's more comfortable?
You know, at a time when we are fighting still to get our senior centers open post-COVID, fully operational, the mayor instead is focusing on giving a community center for those who are addicts. And this is extraordinarily not only dangerous for the surrounding community, as we know in other cities across the world that have tried this, it has not resolved the issue, and it has also led to other quality of life issues in those neighborhoods. But the reality is it's a violation of the Controlled Substances Act. And in 2018, when the mayor first started kicking this idea around, I reached out to the DOJ under the Trump administration, and we received a commitment that they would intervene if the mayor moved forward. And he had backed off his plans, but now we see with this new administration, he's trying to proceed with this, or he is proceeding with it. And I wrote to the DOJ yesterday, to Attorney General Garland, asking them to intervene. This is a violation of federal law. It is something that the Trump administration actually took Philadelphia to court over and won that lawsuit. And we're asking that this DOJ do the same thing, uphold our laws, and stop this from happening.
Did you hear from the DOJ? What do you think Merrick Garland is going to do on this front?
Well, you know, we reached out yesterday. They have acknowledged receipt of our letter. We'll see what happens going forward. But the reality is that the federal government needs to do more to stop the root cause of the problem. We know that 80%, according to the DEA, 80% of the fentanyl, the drugs we're seeing are coming over our southern border. We have to stop this wide open border policy. And locally in New York, in state and the city, we need to stop putting criminals back onto our streets. We are seeing under the bail law that those hardened career drug dealers are being released back onto the street to continue to prey on our citizens. And so if we really want to stop this issue, we need to go after those bad actors. And then, yes, in a reactive way, you can invest in long-term recovery, not what we're seeing this mayor doing. And it's unfortunate that with just a few days left in his administration, he continues to put policies that the people of New York do not want. You know, in addition to this, they're looking to now allow 800,000 non-citizens to vote in municipal elections. It's just one parting gift after another for this mayor, and hopefully we'll be able to stop him on both fronts.
Yeah, you know, you're right to bring up the southern border. All of these issues are intertwined. The southern border, increase in crime, increase in drug use. This line from the New York Post sums up the situation well. They say the sites will provide clean needles and social services, but users must bring their own drugs. I don't even know how this is legal on a state level. If this isn't stopped, if this goes forward, what happens to New York City?
Well, it's just going to continue to deteriorate our quality of life. The reason we had this open use of heroin because of the mayor's policies to begin with. He wasn't addressing homelessness. He wasn't addressing mental illness. He was not certainly addressing crime. In fact, his policy has led to crime soaring in our city. So the reality is that, you know, the mayor at every turn, when he tries to address something, he only makes the problems worse. And then he tries to introduce new policies to address those problems he created and worsens the situation. So, you know, look, hopefully the new mayor will work with us to address this issue, to address the crime, to reinstate the NYPD plainclothes unit that goes after gangs, goes after drug dealers, and we'll work with him, and hopefully the DOJ is going to do its job, step in here, and uphold the law. Look, it was the President Trump's administration did the right thing going after Philadelphia. They made a commitment to us that they would do to New York City. We need Attorney General Garland to step in here and do the right thing.
That's right.
And we also need President Biden to be serious about closing the border and stopping this flow of drugs from coming,
we'll see what
coming
happens
in from both China and Mexico.
The incoming mayor, Eric Adams, and you're fighting this on a federal level as well. Congresswoman Malliotakis, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
All right, Todd.
Carly, Kyle Rittenhouse standing up